reason was that we want to make sure that we create these leaders. The C-suite leaders should be strong, ethical and responsible, who can then create the movement within their organization, and that creates the movement in the community. So me, mine, and us. The whole concept about take care of our leaders so that they take care of their community, and that community takes care of the bigger community. And so the whole journey we formalized as an organization in January 2020, and it's been 2 years. We've been in operation. This is our third year now. And we have 120 C-suite leaders who are committed to creating the movement where we bring women leaders at the table as we build the world with data and AI. And I'm so proud of the community and the organizations who've stepped up and said that this is serious, and they've joined our organization to create the movement. So we have large organizations like Accenture, Deloitte, KPMG, but also L'Oreal, Chevron, Molex, Mars, who are coming in and saying, we want to make sure not only we create the movement within WLDA leaders, we call it WLDA, Women Leaders in Data and AI, within women leaders, but also create an impact in the community. So Chevron launched WLDA at Work programs, which are corporate programs, to create the movement within the organization so you can retain these women leaders. So we have the concept called circles, where peer-to-peer community comes together in small circles every month to provide the support. So we say the 3 pillars: community, growth, and impact. We need to make sure we build our community and have the right support. So during the life's ups and downs, you're learning from each other, from your peers. We're constantly investing in growth because you have to be a lifelong learner, especially when you're in technology, to make sure that you're constantly evolving. And the last step we talk about is impact. As leaders, you need to create an impact in your society and in your community. So how can we pay forward? So we have Build a Nation, where we make sure that the next generation is getting built. So with those 3 pillars, I do believe that we can create the change. It might be a little slow, but the more we can bring the women leaders, the male allies, again, even though we call it women leaders, we make sure we are inclusive of our male allies. We can't do it without them. So I always talk about step up, reach out to me if I can help, share the knowledge of what I have learned in my organization. We can share the kind of programming that works for us, and anyone can learn from us. I'm happy to share the knowledge because I can't do it alone, you can't do it alone. We have to create a movement with everyone stepping up.
And also, it's so important for young women. It's important for women like you to be platformed as well, so that young women can see that actually it's an industry that is welcoming to women, when it still kind of has the perception of being a little bit difficult for some women to get into. When in reality, of course, there are such incredible female figures working in the industry, but we need to see them more, we need to hear from them more, because it's about obviously retaining and
growing them,
but also about attracting them in the first place, so we can see it as a cycle that continues.
So I have to tell you a story. It's a great story about role models. You know, a lot of times when you're in the room and you're alone, you don't see role models, you don't know what's possible. And I was talking to a C-suite leader at a large financial services company, and she said, Asha, when I saw that there was a speaker who I heard from, she could do it, she had the family, so it's like, as a young professional, you get worried about how do I balance family and work, and is it okay for me to be ambitious? Can I climb the career ladder? And she said, Asha, that having a role model who shared the story was really pivotal to my success. We launched speaker series within WLDA, and the speaker series is where we bring our C-suite leaders to the large community. So organizations like KPMG partner with us where they bring in our speaker series within the organization, and we bring in C-suite leaders who tell the story about career journey, how they launch data programs, how they launch leadership programs, and how do female leaders lead. And it's truly an inspirational way of motivating and inspiring young leaders. I get so many emails and LinkedIn messages where the younger women, as you say, get inspired by looking at the women who've made it. It's not easy, and it's still not easy. It was not easy during when I was growing up. It's not easy now for the young women, And I think having role models and having speaker series, and the WLDA has invested a lot in making sure our speaker series are value add to the organizations where we go show up. So I'm really proud that at least we are creating impact in the organizations who partner with us. And I will call out for any organization who's interested to reach out to learn about our speaker series or WLDA circles or WLDA mentoring program. And I think mentoring program is great, where senior female leaders are mentoring the junior leaders on a constant basis. It's hard to mentor or create the scale, but what we do is we do it virtually and we do it in breakout sessions. So we'll bring in the senior leaders and we bring a large group of mid-managers or professionals who are in early careers and break them based upon what their needs are. And we do a regular, every other month sessions where we make sure that we are mentoring the next generation.
And so you've been established around 2 years now, this is your 3rd year. I guess looking ahead at the next 12 months, what do you expect to see, but also what do you kind of hope to see, both from the organization but also from the industry as a whole?
So we are going international. WLDA has now launched in Europe, so we are now a global leadership organization focused on building next generation leaders, which I think is critical. We also are launching regional within US. We've been predominantly doing our virtual leadership sessions, and we do summit and gala.